This episode of the Teen Writing Nook is brought to you by the Pinterest character boards. Pinterest boards, because looking at photos of vintage trench coats feels like writing even when your word count is exactly 0. Season 1, Episode 16, The Outline Trap, Hyperfixation Burnout. This is the Teen Writing Nook. For teen writers, by a teen writer, creativity, not consistency, chaos, not perfection. I'm J.K. Williams, your host, and today we will be talking about the outlining trap. Let me put you in a hypothetical situation to start off this episode. You've spent 3 weeks building a Spotify playlist, creating a 50-page world-building Bible, and finding the perfect face claims for your character. Your story is a masterpiece. The only problem is you haven't written a single sentence of chapter 1. And honestly, you're already kind of bored of the idea. Today on the Nook, we're talking about how to escape the outlining trap. Why does this trap happen? Dopamine freeloading is what I call it. Here's the explanation. For an ADHD writer, planning phase is a dopamine goldmine. World building, mapping, brainstorming, it's all fast, exciting, and visual. But here is the danger. Your brain does not know the difference between planning a story and writing a story. If you spend all of your energy planning, your brain feels like it already finished writing the book. The mystery is gone, the dopamine runs dry, and the actual writing feels like a chore. You've burned out before the race even started. First strategy to beat the planning burnout is the skeleton outline. We use it by putting ourselves on a planning diet. Instead of a massive detailed outline, try a skeleton outline. Give yourself only 3 things per chapter: where the characters start, the main conflict, and where they end up. Leave the rest blank. You need to keep some secrets from your own brain so that you can stay curious enough to write the scene and find out what happens. Now, this is advice that I sometimes use and sometimes don't. I'm going to get into this real quick because I'm not a planner by nature. I'm a pantser. I fly by the seat of my pants. But because I'm autistic in addition to having ADHD, I need a plan to fall back on. Like my idea well runs up or dries up way too quickly. And so having a plan to fall back on is great, but I also like the creative freedom. Sorry. So the skeleton outline is what I use most of the time to either stop myself from over planning because I feel like I have to plan out the whole book, or to keep myself having a plan to fall back on in case I need it. I highly recommend it. Strategy number 2 is the 50-50 rule. If you love world building and refuse to stop, use the 50-50 rule. For every hour you spend researching, planning, or building playlists, you have to spend that same amount of time putting actual words down on the page. By forcing the planning to earn its keep, you make sure that you actually get words written and don't just abandon the project after planning it, like I've done several times. If you keep the momentum moving at the same time, the hyperfixation feeds the manuscript instead of replacing it. All right, so we are about done for today. I just wanted to announce one more time, I'm going to be doing this for quite some time. I have to do some self-promo here. I'm sorry for all my listeners, my regular listeners, but my Secret Story Society is a once-a-month physical mail letter that I will mail to you for only $3 a month. You get a short story in that letter, and each month's story builds off the previous month's. If that sounds like something you or someone you know would be interested in, the link to it is in the show notes. All right, that just about wraps things up for this episode. As you know by now, be sure to subscribe on Substack, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and I now have a Pinterest profile as well that I will be posting on more regularly. So follow me there as well. Stop building the house and just move into it. Put down the outline and step away from the character aesthetics and write the first sentence. Thanks for hanging out in the Nook. This has been the Teen Writing Nook. You're in the Nook, so you should probably be writing. I'm J.K. Williams, signing off. Have a great week.